Hey Nick. And his team. I got this catalog back and it's really weird. Um, so I just wanted to go over a couple of images um, that I felt like were extreme, and maybe some of them that are not super extreme but close. Or like this one is somewhat closer, but this one is way off from what I would normally edit like. Um, so when I first start editing, I go into my preset, which I feel like you guys need to stop stereotyping all of my images or generalizing everything, because I feel like it's you do the normal color correction, which in general, if I look at, like, I go into history and I look at it, it's pretty close. And then you apply, the last thing you do is apply the style, which the style needs to be tweaked, in my opinion, every single image. So that should be before you start doing color correction. Do the style and then apply um, the, the, the corrections. Um, so I just applied my portrait Portra 800 push twice Kodak filter that I like. Um, I usually add 33 points of saturation on the blue primary channel. I almost always drop this down just to see what it's doing, but obviously you guys do this for a living, so you might be able to do this quicker than I am. I knock down grain always. And in difficult, weird lighting situation, actually, let me just see. I haven't edited this yet, so, but I know that color doesn't really look like my work. And this is shot in really weird lighting situations, but most weddings are shot in weird lighting situations, in my opinion. So we need to come to an agreement here on what my images should look like, because this is not working. So yeah, let me turn these off. That's, I think, what's messing me up. So I feel like this is a lot closer with the ambient light that's in there. Somewhere in between here. I'm looking at her shirt, and obviously the skin is going to be a different color than outside, but that doesn't look like anyone's skin, or outside or inside. I mean, that's just disgusting looking. And to be honest with you, this is probably not perfect either. I would take some more time to figure this out, but maybe somewhere in there, I don't know. But that and this, what the heck, man? I can't deliver this. This is not my style. All right, so sorry. Let me move on. So this is the image that you guys gave me, which actually is decently close to my look, except for the skin. Everything is very bright, like too bright. Hot. Everything's hot. This is original, which is almost properly exposed except for the shadows need to be brought up. But once I apply my filter and bring up my shadows more and give them a little bit of tone, and the grain needs to come off, and bring down my highlights just ever so. That's much closer to what I would deliver. No, I'm going to keep it there. That's much closer to what I would deliver to them than what you guys gave me. That's not acceptable. I don't know what's going on here, but this has no style to it. It's just ugly. Here's one that my wife shot, so I can't take credit for the bad reflection of green light, but you guys overly corrected for it, it looks like. So let me apply my filter, and my preset, do this, bring my grain down, and then let's see if we can correct for her weird skin. Pull up the shadows more. Give it some more color. Maybe come down on the contrast a little bit. So yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. That's kind of pretty close to what I was hoping for, and this is what you guys gave me. No. I don't understand how this even passed any pass. I don't understand who would think this looks stylized or professional. I understand it's not that great of a shot, but we're talking about the editing. So, all right, moving on. So, all right, so this image is decently exposed already, so I'm just going to apply my, which, by the way, I do this differently if I wasn't doing this for the video, in the ways if I apply it to all of them and then I start and I get rid of the grain all at one in the batch sync and that kind of thing. So I also get this down to 0 normally. Like this is how it normally sits, but so this isn't perfect, but Again, what the heck? What is that? That looks like a high school student that doesn't know Photoshop was tweaking it up with filters, thinking it looked cool. Not okay. What's up with the neon grass? Anyway, and to be honest with you, this might look better without these on. Let me look. That looks a little bit more natural. And then sometimes I mess with this a little bit, but this is the only point that I actually mess with on the curves. But yeah, I mean, like that looks almost like a normal skin tone, and that, I don't know anyone that has skin tone that looks like that, because it's all washed out. Anyway, moving on. You can already see this. He looks like a magenta beast. All right. See, that automatically made it look close to what I shoot like. But let's just see. I gotta turn down my grain. Keep it a little bit warm because my editing does not fit into a one-click kind of situation, which I feel like you guys keep on putting me in. I would like you guys to look at my images before you deliver them to me. That would be nice. As in, after you're finished editing, look at the grid and look at them. I'm not saying you're not looking at them as you're editing them, but I don't know exactly what you guys are doing, but this looks so much better than this, and I'm not even done. So help me out. I feel like this is the same situation. If you look at the hues here, I feel like this is I'm just going to apply this and just see if this crop and this looks much better. It's not perfect, but it's much better than that. I don't even know what this is supposed to look like. This is like cold shadows inside of the I don't know. I don't know. You guys are creating something that it doesn't look like my style. Anyway, I know I'm recording a little too long for you guys to be watching this whole thing, but I don't know what to do. I don't want to waste any more time going back and forth with you guys if you're not going to get it even like close. Basically, I spent a lot of time undoing what you guys did from the last two weddings, and I'm going to be doing it again, unless you guys can figure it out. So, and I'm paying money for this service, and I feel like it would probably take me another half day to fix, or just to do what you guys did right. I feel like your color correction, actually, before you apply the filter, is decent. And that's what I was talking to Nick about, maybe just having you guys do that part, because your style is not my style. And I know that you guys are trying to not take from a preset that's already developed. But that's what I want. I want my stuff to look like everything else I edit, not some new edit. This light, airy thing that you guys are doing, it's not my style. So anyway, so I'm just looking at these images and thinking, no. I would go in and instead of trying to bring down my highlights in here, which I hate this because you're causing grain that doesn't deserve to be in there, because you're pushing the, I assume that's where that's coming from. I'm shooting at 400 ISO and I hardly moved these dials, and you guys were pushing that back, and I was getting grain or noise, shouldn't say grain, noise in the image that wasn't there before, because you guys are pushing, the image too much by pulling these so far. I think that's what's going on. I've never done this before. The most I pull highlights down is usually in the 25 to 30 range, and the 78 thing, the only time I do that, really, I shouldn't say the only time, but 98% of the time that I ever move this far down is when I'm doing HDRs, and they can handle it. I don't think I've ever pulled my whites down this low. So I don't know what that's about. Anyway, but I would go in here and do my brush and do this. And I like I said, this is not perfect, but if you delivered this, I could work off this. This is great. I could work off this and fine tweak it. I'm hoping that you guys would be able to get my stuff closer to this, and then from then on, I could just tweak it and be anal about it instead of getting it close and moving on. I want my stuff to look really good for my clients, and obviously I'm not happy. So if I deliver these, I feel like the other photographers would be like, what in the world? I know my wife looks at it and goes, I don't understand what they were thinking, and she doesn't know color very well. So maybe I need an editor assigned to me that's not the team. I just need one editor that can understand what I'm doing. I've got a wedding coming up this Saturday. I've got 2 weddings coming up the next weekend. I've got another wedding coming up the next weekend. I think I have a wedding at 2 weeks after that, and then I mean I can't be sitting here messing with going back and forth with you guys. I need this to be exactly what it's supposed to be, a time saver, not a time sucker. So and the learning process on my part or your part, I don't understand why it's taking so long, but maybe you guys could educate me of what in the world, why this is so painful. I know I know I don't have as much patience as a lot of the other photographers probably, but I mean, those don't look alike, and I don't know what to do about it. I mean, really. It's somewhere in there. I mean, really. All right. I think you guys get the point on these. Let me look at this because you guys did some wacky stuff to this image. Let's see. All right. So that's not dead on, but it's much closer. What's that about? How is that a style? You got to help me out here. I don't understand how this even got to me. Um, Along with this, why is this like looks like it's recovered from an image that wasn't shot at all properly? Like I can bring up my I mean, I'm not messing with actually my filter anyway. I can make this work, make this into an image that actually is acceptable. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but that really, um, yeah, this one's somewhat close to what I would do. All right, and then grain, and then saturation. Something like that. Um, I feel like I'm going a lot more yellow than you guys are in my shadows or something. I don't know. I mean, look at these blades of grass and look at the saturation on your grass. It's not real. That looks like Easter grass. Again, I would do something about myself. I would go in and burn all of that in. And finally, I'm going to mess with this one. All right, so let's go over to here. And then put in some green and blue. And let's bring up my highlights more. And I'm shooting at 1600, so I would bring that down a little bit. Uh-oh. Spinning wheel. Alright, so that's what I would do. I feel like this is pretty close. Versus that, which is not. So there you go. Yeah. Oh, and the other thing, grid. What's up with this? Did I order black and whites? I have to look at my order, but this is not okay. I didn't ask for you to do that, and I'm paying for you to do color correction. So, and your black and whites don't look like my black and whites. That's what just a flip of a button looks like to me. Okay, and that would be all we need to talk about.